am an author, speaker, and strategist. I always say experience is the best teacher. You can stream or download this podcast from YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Podcast, Player FM, and Pandora. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Morale Booster podcast. I am Dr. John Ugulu, your host. In this season of From Idea to Impact, we will dive deep into the creative process, challenges, and the triumphs that come with bringing a book to life. In this episode, we are thrilled to welcome our guest author, no other person but Dr. Toccara Nicole. She is the author of Identity Blueprint. You can get that book on Amazon. So, a little about Dr. Nicole. She is a remarkable force to be reckoned with. She is a prolific 12-time author and a 2-time Amazon best-selling author. Affectionately known as the Identity Architect, she is a publisher, a strategist, an author, and a visionary. Her guiding motto in life is choose to live a life on purpose for purpose. Now, as a passionate advocate for Christian women entrepreneurs, Toccara Nicole empowers them to unlock their true selves, to help them build successful businesses and brands, and ultimately rediscover their purpose. She harnesses her powerful insight, discernment, and sensitivity to help her clients tap into the treasures hidden within their very own vault. Now, by igniting the fire within, she serves as a midwife, guiding them to give birth to their unique gifts and talents. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please join me as I welcome Dr. Nicole to the Morale Booster. Welcome to my show, Doc.
Thank you so much, Doc. I love that. Thank you. I
Yes,
don't take it lightly being invited to other people's platforms. So thank you so much for having me.
my pleasure. We really do appreciate you for taking time out of your busy schedule. It's not easy to take time out of your extremely busy schedule. I know you do one-on-one coaching programs, having to take some time off to jump on this program to motivate and inspire somebody. It is a blessing to us, and we appreciate you for that.
Oh, no problem.
Awesome. Great, great, great. How's the weather over there?
Ah, it's 61 here today in Omaha, Nebraska, so it's not too cold. You don't need
Mm.
your snow boots quite yet, but you can't wear
Okay.
your shorts out there with your flip-flops either. So it's right
Oh,
in the middle. It's the sweatshirts kind of weather.
That's awesome. Great, great, great. Good to know. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are listening to us right now, if you are just joining us for the very first time, I want to encourage you to please like and share this broadcast. And here's the reason why. You might just be saving the life of that one person, that one business owner who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear the message that we will be sharing today. So please like and share. It is free to share it. Take that to be your charity work for today because somebody out there needs inspiration. Inspiration never expires. We all
Amen.
go through challenges. So somebody definitely needs inspiration. Thank you so much. And yes, we're still on with Dr. Nicole. Now, we're currently streaming on multiple platforms. So please feel free to join us every time. Feel free to go and listen to past episodes as we proceed with this one. All right. God bless you, ma'am. So now tell us, apart from your coaching and helping women and helping business owners. How did you, what inspired you to, what inspired you to get into that niche? Was there a particular moment, experience, or, you know, what set you on the path of what you do now?
I love this question.
Mhm.
So one of the things that really motivated me to be on this pathway was the lack of mentors that I had in my own life. And so when I went off to college, I remember, my mom and I really trying to figure things out because I'm a first generation college graduate. And so just the elements thereof of figuring it out. And so I'm one that really believes in the power of paying it forward. And so I remember in 2012 when I was looking to figure out what was that one thing I wanted to do if I wanted to start a business, and I hired a coach, which I highly recommend if you are looking to tap into your potential and really take things to the next level. Have somebody who is a couple steps ahead of you to be able to help you, coach you, guide you, mentor you into the places where you know that you're destined to be. And so, with that, I remember her asking me, "So, who do you want to serve?" And guess what I said? Everybody. And I didn't realize that we had to, as consultants, publishers, entrepreneurs, we had to learn how, or we should learn how to niche down or niche down to be able to really focus, have that laser focus, that bullseye focus on how and who to serve, how to serve them, and why to serve them. And so I went through a couple of different elements where I hit my head pretty hard. But after hitting my head hard, I came back up, fighting, swinging, and really intentional about figuring out who was the audience that I was to serve. And as a believer of God, he literally led me to Christian women. And so that's why I work with Christian female entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs to live, unlock, and rediscover their purpose, help them to build books, brands, businesses, and themselves, and to serve as that midwife to help them to cultivate the life that not only do they desire to have, but the one that God purposed them to have.
I love that. Thank you
Thank
so much for sharing. What a fascinating story, and I love it. And that niche is a very special one because you are helping Christian women. You're helping them boost their morale. You're helping them understand that they have greatness within them.
you.
You're
Yes.
helping them understand that they have a story or they have stories within
Plural.
them.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, they have multiple stories within them
Mhm.
that can create a long lasting impact that would outlive them.
Yes.
And look, that's success in my own definition or description of the word success. And I would say you are successful because you are impacting other people. So congratulations to you for
Thank
that.
you so much. Thank you. To God be the glory. To God be
To
the glory.
God
Yes.
alone, God
Yes.
alone be the glory because
Yes.
you are just a vessel
That's it.
being used by God.
Amen.
So it's not yours, it's not your power, it's not your might. Yes, to God alone be all the glory. I love that. And you're putting in the work. So congratulations on that.
Thank
And,
you.
and, and now you talked about coaching and the importance of coaching. Till date, we still see people who underestimate the importance of coaching. And what's your advice to people like that?
When you think about, we have neighbors, right? We have communities. We have people around us. We were not created to live alone. So, what makes us think that we have to figure out things on our own in order for us to embrace who we've been called and created to be? And so, as a coach, as a mentor, it's really important to be able to have someone who can pour into you and lead and guide you. And yes, we learn from our own mistakes. And yes, we learn from our own trials and tribulations. But it's nothing like having that support system, that accountability. Sometimes it's tough love, but they believe in you just as much, or sometimes even more than you believe in yourself, until you start doing that personal development and that mindset work to really understand, and I say overstand, who you are. And so coaches come aside you, kind of like when my clients call me the midwife. Let's stop there. I don't call myself the midwife. My clients call me that, and that has led for me to embrace that, right?
Yes.
So when you think about a coach, they're there to help cultivate. They're there to help tear up the ground. They're there to help plant seeds. They're there to help you grow and be all that you were created to be. So why think that you have to do that work alone? Hire a coach. Invest in yourself. When you believe in yourself and you invest in yourself, wonderful things happen.
Yes, I completely agree with you on that. Coaching is very important, very, very important because, like you said, we need all the help that we can get out there. The help is out there.
Yes.
And yeah, what's more common right now is that so many people want coaching too, but they cannot afford the coaches. So, what's your advice or suggestion for those who genuinely cannot at the moment afford coaching services?
Such a great question. One of the amazing things that we have access to is YouTube University. You don't have to pay an application fee. You can go ahead and log in and ask YouTube to show you different things. The other thing that I would also suggest is find someone who may have a podcast that you listen to consistently. And with sometimes with those podcasts, they're introducing you to other people who may have a mentorship program or who may recommend amazing tools, books, resources that you can tap into that are low cost effective. So that way, when you are ready to launch into that next season of your life, you have the tools, you have the equipment, you have, the know-how, you're ready, you've done the preparation, you're ready to launch. And so, amazing books like this one, or the late great Miles Monroe. You got this one. You know, you're talking. We on the same page again, aren't we?
Yes, we have more people listening without seeing the audio. I mean the video. So you brought the first book you brought out. Can you please
Yes,
tell us the name of that book? Mention the name of that book, please.
absolutely. It's called Atomic Habits. An easy and proven way to build good habits and break old ones. So, yes.
You see what I'm showing you right now?
Yes, we got the same book.
I've got a copy right here.
I
Yes,
love
yes,
it. I love it.
yeah.
What
Atomic. This was a gift from someone. Atomic
mm,
Habits. Yeah, I love the book. James Clear. Right,
yes.
right. That's a good book.
So there's no excuses. That's what I want to really end with when you ask me that question. There's no excuses of why you can't plug in and get what you need to shift from idea to impact. Whether it's authorship, whether it's starting a business, whether it's starting a nonprofit, there's so many tools. We have 168 hours in a week. How are we managing our time to do the research needed if we can't afford a coach? We can't afford a mentor. I can go into this all day. I mean, but score.org, for those of us that live in the United States, it's absolutely free for those who are looking to start an entrepreneurship journey or a nonprofit journey. And they assign you a mentor and they give you all the tea and some. So, there's so many resources. We have to believe in what it is that we are wanting to activate and build so much that we're willing to invest our time, energy, mind to get what we need to make it happen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. Invest, when money is spent on books, money spent on coaching services, I always encourage people not to refer to such monies as an expense, but rather it should be called an investment.
Amen.
Because yes, knowledge gotten cannot be taken away from you. But
Right.
when you buy other things, other physical things, it's possible for them to be taken away from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you acquire knowledge, it sticks, it stays. If they remove you, if they take you from the United States or wherever you're listening to us from now and put you in a different part of the world, it is the knowledge you've acquired that can help you get started right away.
For sure.
Yes. So thank you for sharing those nuggets. Listen to podcasts. If you cannot afford the fees of a coach, go, and every coach has a podcast or has a YouTube channel, or they have one social platform where they go there and drop some free nuggets, some free
Yes,
piece of information. Be obsessed with those people. Find yourself one person who's doing what you're doing, who's successful at what you want to do, and be obsessed with that person, with their teachings, with their page. Those are the people you should follow. Those are the
I
people you
agree.
should listen to. So, yes, thank you so much for sharing. Now, you have published 12 books for yourself. 12
Yes.
books. That is, that is, that is quite impressive. Very, very impressive.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you on that.
Thank
Can
you.
you share some of the biggest challenges you faced in your writing journey and how you overcame them?
For sure. The first biggest obstacle that I had staring in my face was me. Um, I didn't think that I was going to be an author. Um, Even though I've been writing since the age of 7, and I published books as a little girl through a young authors program in the school system that I attended. I really didn't see authorship or being a publisher or being a speaker for that matter on my trajectory. I love to argue. And so I thought I was going to be a lawyer and eventually a judge. You couldn't tell me anything different. And so, one of the things that really helped me when I was writing my sixth book, which is called Identity Blueprint Keys to Unlocking Your True Self, I had an amazing coach of mine that challenged me, keyword challenged me, to write the book in 30 days. And I absolutely thought that she was redonkulous. I thought that she had lost her mind telling me to write a book in 30 days. And I wrote it in 28. And what I learned through that process was the power of eliminating distractions and the power of the words that I used while I was on that process or in that process or working through that process. So, one of the things that I tell people all the time is that a made up mind will make it to the finish line. I'm going to say it again for the people all the way in the back. A
Yes.
made up mind will make it to the finish line. And so I was very determined to get to that place. Even though I really struggled in moments of writing this book, that I didn't have what it took to actually be an author. And I pushed through those moments. And so one of the quotes that I have within this book it reads like this: knowing who you are is a game changer. And I wrote that in the midst of walking through the process of writing that book because I had to continuously affirm who I was through the difficulty of understanding who I was. Make that make sense, right? And so it's difficult. You have to know that when you serve the I am, which is God, that there's nothing that you can't do. He will not say, "Hey, go and do this," and leave you out there to try to figure it out. He'll give you the tools, the know-how, the knowledge, the people, the resources, And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to even say 9.999 times out of 10, everything that you need to conquer those self defeating thoughts are either inside of you or around you.
Hmm. I love that. I love that. Wow, powerful. You said a made up mind will get to the finish line.
Yes.
You definitely had some challenges,
Oh,
but you were
yes.
able to brace yourself up and rise above those challenges. And you also said knowing who you are is a game changer.
Yes.
I completely agree with you on that because it is knowing who you are that would help you move from where you are to where you actually want to be.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing. And now that takes me to my other question. Now, how
Okay.
has your writing process evolved over time? And what have you learned about yourself as a writer along the way?
I love this question for so many reasons. The first book that I co-authored with a group of it was a group of 8 of us, and the book didn't go where anybody thought it would go. And what I mean by that, the person who was in charge of publishing it never made it to Amazon. There weren't many book sales. We never saw any of the book sales. It was just a lot of things that went wrong with the project. And so it can be a discouraging thing when you pour your energy into something and you're expecting to see a harvest and you see nothing, right? If anything, you're left in a place of feeling like I don't have anything, whether, you know, um, yeah, you just feel like you don't have what you came for. You
Yes.
had an expectation and that thing
Yeah.
didn't come through.
Mm.
And what I realized after speaking to the editor of the book project, she said, Takara, I got some questions. She said, how long did it take for you to write your chapter? I said, about 48 hours. And she was so impressed and she was so shocked. And she said, your chapters is one of the best chapters within this book. Well, what? Hold on, really? And so, what that did for me was that motivated me to say, you know what? Let me shift the way that I'm looking at this experience. And it literally was the catalyst for me to be able to write the other 11 books that I've had to let me know that there was something inside of me that has always been there. Because remember what I mentioned earlier that I've been writing since the age of 7. So
Yes.
that opportunity ignited my passion and my gift set to be able to launch a publishing company, continue on with writing books and all of that. So hopefully I've answered your question.
Absolutely. Yes. And what's my key takeaway from that is sometimes when you get started, things might not turn out the way you actually anticipated them
Yeah,
to turn out. But that should not be a reason for you to give up. That should not be a reason for you to talk down on yourself because that could be the trying time and the trying project for you. The
for sure.
character building, yeah, that could be the character building project for you to see if you would scale through that hurdle and go to the next
Yes.
one, which would be the main thing. So, yes, I
Amen.
really do appreciate you for sharing that. And I was going to ask you what role you think community or feedback from readers and other writers has played in your development as an author. Well, you said you spoke to somebody. Yeah. So, what role does feedback from readers and writers play, and what role has it played for you throughout your book journey?
What a great question. I don't think I've ever been asked that question. So, one of the things that testimonials has done for me, when it comes specifically to some of the books that I've written, especially Identity Blueprint, Keys to Unlocking Your True Self. I was challenged to write the book in 30 days. I wrote it in 28. It's a little less than 100 pages, so it qualifies as a short read. And so, one of the things that really motivated me was that people shared with me on how this amazing short read shifted the trajectory of their life, help them to understand how to move from their now to their next, how to understand, a place of transition is not a bad place. It's just a shifting, which requires realigning, and to really understand the uniqueness that each individual has, to embrace their identity blueprint, embrace that blueprint that allows for them to stand out and be the special person that they were created to be. And so it was the words that of encouragement that I get when I'm speaking about this topic. Oh my God, how did you know I needed that? You just said a whole lot. I don't think you realized what you said. Only God knew what you had come to say was just for me. So those confirming words after you step out there and write the book, those testimonials that come in when people are reading your book, and then even when you do, maybe like a book reading and you're sharing a little snippet of your book, and people are, literally saying, "Wow, I can relate to that." And in this world that we live in, people want to be able to relate to somebody else. Might not look like them, might not sound like them, but just enough to let them know that they're not alone in this world.
Wow. Yes. Thank you so much for letting us know the importance of feedback testimonials because sometimes people forget the importance.
Yes.
So, yeah, as they embark on their journey as authors, it's very important for us to always let them know that it is paramount. So, thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing. And typically, I always ask my guests to help me motivate, inspire, and encourage listeners for just 1 minute. There's so many aspiring authors out there who could also be, maybe your future clients. Um, Now, looking back on your journey, what advice would you give to aspiring writers who are just starting out?
Yeah. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. And when I say pull the trigger, what I mean by that is take a shot on yourself. Whether it's starting to read the book, I'm sorry, starting to write the book through just journaling, whether it's sitting down with yourself and recording some of the things that are coming in your head and you want to get them out, but pull the trigger. Be intentional about starting so you can get to the finish line. So that's what I would say for sure.
Thank you so much. Be intentional about starting.
Yes.
Um, be very intentional about that because that is key. Make up your mind. Louis Pugh once said, a mind made up cannot be stopped. When your
Amen.
mind is made up, you become so powerful, you become unstoppable. So, yes, make up your mind that it's something you want to do.
For sure.
Writing a book is a better legacy than building a house. Yes. So, for those who are listening, please remember to like and share it. Writing a book without any missing words is better than building a house.
I love that.
It would impact generations to come.
Yes.
It would outlive you.
Yes.
Um, just think about it. It's going to be there. And thank God for digital platforms, you know, these days. When
Amen.
you put it there, it's there.
Yeah.
And God gave us 4 assignments on earth. The first one is to serve our gift to the world. The
Mm.
second one is to lead people in the area of our gifting, our calling. Because when you serve for a long time, you become a leader automatically in that
Yes.
field. And when you lead, the third assignment is for us to influence people positively. Influencing them means you're telling them to abandon what they already know, to follow what you want to show them.
Yes.
And the fourth assignment is legacy.
Mm.
and your legacy has to be one that outlives you. So writing a book is key. Getting
Yeah.
on podcasts, creating your own podcasts, those are legacies that would
Yes.
uplift humans, right? And a wise person once said, if your vision is for you and just your immediate family, then that's a career.
Mm.
That's just a career. That's just an ambition.
Yeah.
But if your vision is for even those you don't know,
Amen.
those who are yet to come to this world,
Yeah.
everybody, everybody, then that's a calling. So when you're writing a book, that's a calling. You're
Yes.
putting out a legacy. So yes, thank you so much for sharing.
Woo! Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing these
Absolutely.
nuggets. And you actually made my day. You actually blessed my day.
Woo!
And thank you. I hope when next I invite you to come on this program, you would be willing to join us.
Anytime. You got it.
Yes. So how can people get your book?
Yes. So the best way to get my books, text me at 877-904-0787. I'm going to give you that number again. Text
Okay.
877-904-0787. Text me the word books, and I will send you my website with my library of books, not just what I've written, amazing books that some of my clients have written. I know some of you guys can't see these because you guys are in the voice only world, but yes, I've written my own books, but I've also helped people publish. So you can get a little taste and flavor of some of those books as well. So, yes, yes, and yes. For any authors that are on Amazon, you need your own website to be able to push your own books. So, that's a we're gonna have to come back and do some more together, Dr. John, because
Absolutely.
we're
Absolutely. Yeah.
we're connected now. So yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Apart from your telephone number, um, everyone who's listening to us right now, whether it's a podcast, or, through the podcast, audio, or the video platform, they have your contact information right in front of them right now. Um,
Woohoo!
yes, our website is www.yourauthorauthority.com. It's right there
Yeah.
for all of you. Yourauthorauthority.com. You can also follow her on Instagram at Toccara_Nicole. It's right there for you. LinkedIn, the same thing. You can search for her name, Toccara Nicole. She's on Twitter. Just go right now and follow her. If you are an aspiring author thinking of starting your own book, thinking of writing your own book, or if you know somebody who's thinking of writing a book, I believe I haven't asked her. I believe she has some referral incentives,
Uh-huh.
some referral fees. I know she's a businesswoman, so business people typically give referrals one way or the other.
We do.
So reach out to her, follow her on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn right now.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for joining us. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, like and share this broadcast because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been
Woo!
waiting for a lifetime to hear
Yes,
this message. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
absolutely.
Um, yes, so we're also excited to share some amazing ways for our audience to stay connected with our mission and continue to grow together. Whether it's through donations, you can visit our website, johnugulu.com, JOHNUGHULU.com, to make a donation. Nothing is too small. Anything will be acceptable. Secondly, you can connect with us by purchasing inspirational books from our website, um, the same website, or you can always listen to our podcast. We have so many episodes that would inspire you and your families. Go right now and listen to other episodes. Lastly, we have a membership community. You can become a part of our growing community where we uplift and inspire one another every day. So, subscribe today and receive exclusive content, daily motivation, and access to special events. All can be done via our website, www.johnnugulu.com, johnugulu.com. Thank you all for being a part of this journey with us. Together, we can continue to make a lasting impact and spread positivity in all we do. I don't know where you're listening to us from right now. I know we are global. I don't know what part of the world you are. I don't know what you know about yourself, you who's listening to us. I don't even know what the people around you know about you. But there is something that I certainly know about you. And I know for sure that you have greatness within you. Yes, you who's listening to me. Yes, you have greatness within you. You have everything you need to take your life from where it is right now to where you want it to be. And remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Stay blessed and bye for now.